For you this evening, giving you thanks. Thanks first and foremost for life. Father, help us to see every day as a new beginning, the opportunity to serve you through the good we do for others. And Father, we want to give thanks for the outgoing executive, for the work they have done for the last year. Father, you promised that you will be there for us. You never promised that the road will be easy, but you said you'd never leave us, you'd never forsake us. And to that, we are still here after a trying year. And Father, we ask your blessing on the new executive as we reach the end of another Lionistic year and we herald a new committee for the new year. Father, give them wisdom and understanding. Give them compassion and humility as they undertake this new year and the task that's set and agreed for the year as we reimagine, refocus, and recommit. And Father, we pray that as we phase back into meeting in person in this our Lions home, that you will bless, guard, and protect our coming in and our going out. This we ask in Jesus' name. Amen.
or because of questionable acts on my part. To remember that in building up my business, it is not necessary to tear down on others. To be loyal to my clients or customers and true to myself. Whenever a doubt arises as to the right or ethics of my position or action towards others, to resolve such doubt against myself. To hold friendship as an end and not a means. To hold that true friendship exists not on account of the service performed by one to another, but that true friendship demands nothing but accepts service in the spirit in which it is given. Always to bear in mind my obligation as a citizen to my nation, my state, and my community, to give them my unswerving loyalty in word, act, and deed, to give them freely of my time, labor, and means. To hold others by giving my sympathy to those in distress, my aid to the weak, and my substance to the needy. To be careful with my criticism and liberal with my praise. To build up and not destroy. The Lion Code of Ethics.
MJF, past regional chair, other distinguished Lions in the audience, fellow Lions, welcome. Welcome to Scotland District Lions Club. Welcome to our first in-person meeting for the year 2021. I think we should have a round of applause for that. We have been behind computer screens for an eternity, it seems, and I am so happy to see so many of you and the Lions that are here visiting with us. We welcome you to the lovely parish of St. Joseph, and we hope that you have an enjoyable time with us this evening. I'm going to ask move a motion that the minutes be deferred. Could I have someone to so move that motion, please? Minutes be moved by Lion Niger MDF. Could I have someone second it, please? Okay. Thank you very much. So now we are on to the President's report. And I am going to take the podium and address you. Excuse me. Not as young as I used to be. This is the President's report for the 24th meeting of the Lions Club of Scotland District, held today, Wednesday, 16th June 2021. Lion Maureen Graham, PMJF District Governor. Lion Avril Reid, MJF Zone Chair. Lion Dean Weatherhead, MJF past Regional Chair. I had invited the Regional Chair, Lion Jefferson, but he has deferred, so that's why he's not at the high table currently. Other distinguished Lions, fellow Lions, good night once again. Tonight, I address you on the final meeting night in this Lion District year, as well as my final night as Lion President. This year has been one of challenges, some disappointments, and success. First, I'd like to pay respect to our members who were called to higher service, and this year, unfortunately, there were 4 persons. These are Lions Sonia Brooker, Lion Diane Marie Jordan, Lion Keith Tate, and Lion Niles Wilner. He is an associate Lion. May their souls rest in peace and rise in glory. This year, we were able to have, on average, at least one event per month in the first half of the Lion District year prior to the lockdown that was imposed on the country due to the coronavirus outbreak. And I'm going to just recap these events for you. These were an exercise-a-rama that was held on Monday, August 3rd at the Belplain Playing Field. Our annual luncheon, which was held on Sunday, September 6th at the NUPW headquarters. We also had a fun day, and that was held on Sunday, September 27th at the Isolation Cricket Ground. We did the lighting ceremony, and that was held on November 1st at the St. Andrew's Church roundabout. We also did a beach cleanup campaign at Long Pond, and that was done in association with the Kiwanis North Club. We held a cookout in association with both the St. Andrew and the St. Joseph Parish Independence Committees, and that was held on Sunday, November 29th. We distributed a number of hampers to families affected by the economic hardship brought on by the pandemic. And for Christmas, we were able to deliver to some students, the students of the primary school within our catchment area. These are the St. Joseph Primary, St. Bernard's Primary, and the Aid the Costa Aires Primary School. In addition, we sought to bring Christmas cheer to vulnerable families, and so we partnered with Jordan Supermarket, where we were able to issue gift vouchers for families, to assist with purchasing of commodities. We also partnered with an organization called Slow Foods, Inc., and the St. Andrew and the St. Joseph Parish Independence Committees to assist in feeding several households throughout St. Joseph and St. Andrew. At the beginning of this calendar year, we were forced to stay at home and have our meetings via Zoom. This has proven challenging, as some of our members were unable to attend meetings via Zoom, and this was due to several issues, some technical and otherwise. However, because we knew that staying at home and with the present challenges, we held a webinar entitled COVID-19 and Your Mental Health. This webinar was well received as members were able to ask questions of our facilitators and have the experience of dealing with being at home and in some cases, persons being at home alone. But out of every bad comes a good. As a result of dealing with being at home, we came up with our Zoom party. And so in April, we held the first Zoom party by a Lions Club in Barbados, and it was called Lions in the Den Home Edition Party. This was well received, and Lion Nigel MJF has indicated that both Lions and non-Lions are inquiring about the next Zoom party. Lion President-elect, you and your fundraising committee will have the final say on that. Unfortunately, I took ill during the latter half of this Lianistic year and had to undergo surgery. However, the club was admirably led by our first vice president and now president-elect Lion Patricia. And let me take this opportunity to publicly thank Lion Patricia for filling the breach while he recuperated. Thank you very much, Lion Patricia. Also, based on the plans discussed at our planning session held on Saturday last, I can say that the club will have a productive year. Once again, I want to thank you for the opportunity to lead this club, the Lions Club Scotland District, and I remain committed to serve in any capacity. I will leave you with what has been and still is my mantra, Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Good night and God bless. President's report closed. We are now on to the installation of the Board of Directors for the Lianistic year, the upcoming Lianistic year. And I now invite Lion Dean Weatherhead, MJF, past Regional Chair, to the podium.
Thank you, Lion President. Lion President, distinguished members at the head table and in the audience. It is my privilege and pleasure to be with you today to install the officers of the Lions Club for the coming fiscal year. Lionism began in June 1917 when a young Chicago insurance agent, Melvin Jones, presented to a group of separate business clubs the idea of consolidating the individual clubs into one strong, influential club with the goal of helping the community and serving humanity without regard to politics, religion, race, or in any way the personal interests of their members. The Lions are members of the largest service-oriented group of clubs under an international organization where each member enjoys fellowship, develops leadership capacity, and dedicates part of their free time to help those in need in their own community first, but also in the rest of the world. Land Secretary, have the officers to be installed been properly elected to their respective offices?
Yes.
Thank you. The fact that they've been elected by the members of their club bears witness to the trust placed in them by their fellow Lions. In accord, I too am confident that they can be depended upon to serve their Lions Club and the humanitarian goals of Lionism to the best of their abilities. It's not my intention to instruct them in detail in their various duties. Their names will be filled in the Office of Lions International, from which they will receive information and suggestions for carrying out their various duties. I know that they can be depended upon to read and study this informative material carefully and to execute their duties faithfully. I shall, however, call each to the days and briefly outline their duties in the club so that both the officer and all the other Lions will fully understand the role he/she is to play in the club. First, before I call the officers, I will invite the sitting president to light the 3 candles. I was just about to say you did it without your glasses. Thanks. The colors of purple and gold were selected as the official colors of the association in 1917. To Lions, purple represents loyalty to country, friends, to oneself, and to the integrity of mind and heart. It's the color of strength, courage, and dedication to a cause. Gold symbolizes sincerity of purpose, liberality in judgment, purity in life, and generosity in mind, heart, and purse toward mankind. We use the white candle to symbolize the International Association of Lions Clubs because it represents truth. I now call on line Tony Branch, MJF, past recent chair, to help in the exercise. First officer to be called, LCIF coordinator, line Ian. Right, so Because you need to answer the responses. I will, and of course everybody would want to hear. Then Ian, you will serve as LCIF coordinator. Will you communicate the mission of LCIF to your club and collaborate with the service chairperson and LCIF district coordinator to promote LCIF? Will you, as LCIF coordinator, perform all of your duties as provided by your club's governing documents to the best of your ability?
I will.
Thank you. Lane Tamer, Lane Chatwin. Lane Chatwin, you have been elected to serve in the role of Lane Tamer. As such, you will be in charge of and responsible for the club's property. You will see to it that the flags, gong, gavel, and banner are properly placed. You are to assist the past presidents as the official greeters, always welcome and introduce all guests, and see that places are provided for all. Will you, Lane Chatwin, perform these duties to the best of your ability?
I will.
Thank you. Tail Twister, Lane Alwyn. Lane Alwyn, you have been elected to serve in the role of Tail Twister. As such, you will be responsible for maintaining harmony and encouraging good fellowship, life, and enthusiasm in the best tradition of Tail Twister. You shall impose and collect the fines at meetings and shall use your best judgment when doing so. Much of the success of the meetings will depend on your resourcefulness in promoting stunts, fun, and laughter, making the members forget, for a time at least, their business and any worries they may have. Thus, you will break down any reserve which may exist and draw the members together in closer friendship. Will you, Lane Alwyn, perform these duties to the best of your ability?
I will.
Thank you. Membership, Lane Vernon. Lane Vernon, you have been elected to serve your club as membership chairman. As such, you will chair the committee that is responsible for the growth of this club. Please see to it that all prospective members are properly advised of their obligation to the club and Lions International. Provide a meaningful induction and assist the sponsors in keeping the new members informed and active in the club. The membership committee will also help with the retention of existing members. Will you, Lane Vernon, perform these duties to the best of your ability?
I will.
Thank you. Club directors. And Sandline Winston is absent. Right, and Winston Bovell is absent. 1 year, otherwise, 1 year director, Lane Beverly Yearwood. Two-year director, Lane Angela Benskin. Two-year director, Lane Anderson Boone. Lane Beverly, you still have 1 year to serve as director. Lanes Angela and Anderson, you have been elected to serve as directors on the board for 2 years. With the other officers, you form what is termed the board of directors of the club. Your position is important because you will assist in formulating and executing the policies of the club. You will faithfully attend the regular and special meetings of the board and your club. You will give unselfishly of your time and effort to advance your club and Lions International. Will you, Lions Beverly, Angela, and Anderson, perform these duties to the best of your abilities? Thank you. Service Chairperson, Lion Nigel. Lion Nigel, you have been elected to serve your club as Service Chairperson. Will you work with others to develop, communicate, and implement the annual program of community and humanitarian service approved by the club's board of directors, incorporating both youth, LEOs, members, and non-members in your service project? Will you, Nigel, as Service Chairperson, perform all of your duties as provided by your club's governance documents to the best of your ability? Thank you. Vice Presidents. First Vice President, Lion Bridget. Second Vice President, Lion Laureen, but she's absent. Third Vice President, Lion Samuel. Also absent. So this is Lion Bridget. Lion Bridget is First Vice President. Lion Bridget is First Vice President. You will cooperate with the other officers and directors of your club, informing the policies that will guide your club and its members. Additionally, you will oversee the functioning of committees whose performance it is vital to the Lions Club. You'll motivate the Lions membership to become active in the club's affairs. Further, you, in order of your office and presence, will substitute for the president in her absence from any club or board of directors meetings. Will you, Lion Bridget, as First Vice President, perform these duties to the best of your ability? Thank you. Treasurer, Lion Victoria. Lion Victoria, you have been elected to serve your club as treasurer. As such, you'll be custodian of all club funds, depositing all monies received in such bank or banks as are designated by your board of directors. You will assist the finance committee in preparing a budget and such financial statements as may be necessary. You will disburse funds only upon direction of the board of directors. You will also give bond for the faithful performance of your duties. This is for your own protection and in keeping with recognized and accepted business procedure. Will you, Lion Victoria, as treasurer, perform these duties to the best of your ability? Thank you very much. Secretary, that's Lion Christina. Lion Christina, you have been elected to serve your club as secretary. Will you maintain all of the general records of the club, submit reports as required by the district and international association, and serve as a liaison between your club Zone, District, and Lands International? Will you also serve as an active member of the District Governor's Advisory Committee, attending the meetings of your zone? Will you, Lan Christina, as Secretary, perform all your duties as provided by your club's governing documents to the best of your ability? If so, answer, I will. Thank you. President, Lan Patricia. Lan Patricia, you have been elected to the office of President of your club. You are its Chief Executive Officer and will be expected to preside at all meetings of your club and regular and special meetings of your Board of Directors. You will, in accordance with the Lions International Club Standard Organization Plan, appoint administrative and activities committees necessary to the functioning of your club and act as an ex officio member of each of these committees. With the assistance of your vice presidents, you shall see that these committees function. You're also, with the club secretary, an active member of the District Governor's Advisory Committee, and as such, you will attend the quarterly advisory committee meetings of your zone. In addition, you shall serve as an example of spirit and dedication for the Lions Club members, and you shall show each member that you care about their participation in the club and the unique talents that they have to offer in the service of others through your Lions Club. Keep in mind that at the end of your term of office, you'll be called to give an account of your stewardship. Your record of achievement will then be history. This record in years to come will be compared with the records of other presidents. Your fellow members, not you, will be the judge and jury. Now is the time to take steps to continue to build your club in every way possible so that it may be an example to other clubs and a credit to the community, the district, and to Lions International. Will you, Lan Patricia, as President, perform these duties to the best of your ability?
I will.
Thank you very much. Installation of immediate past president. Just each forward a little. Lan, you have served your club well during your presidency, and the membership still has need of your knowledge and leadership. You will serve as a member of the Board of Directors, and you will lend assistance to the incoming president, providing her with needed records and reports and sharing with her what you have learned in your presidency. You will continue to exercise the same concern for the involvement of all Lions in club activities as you did during your term of office. Will you, Lan Ian, perform these duties to the best of your ability?
I will.
To the officers and directors. Then officers and directors, the policies and the achievements of this Lions Club will depend largely upon your actions. You shall authorize all expenditures. So may I at this time caution you not to create any indebtedness beyond the income of this club, nor disburse funds for the purposes that are non-essential to the objects of this club. I ask you now, will you individually and collectively promise to stand by your club, live with it, and work with it, and give it as much of your time and effort as is necessary to properly perform your official duties? I will.
I will.
At this time, I will ask immediate past president to, right. I just need to explain this. The members were supposed to have candles, but this is 2021. There's COVID, so there's no candle. There's the light, right? So he was supposed to light his candle from the white candle and then pass on to the president. So Right? So you got it lit now. So this is the candle that is lit from the white candle. So he would pass it now, and she would turn on hers. Hopefully it will work. It worked. And then I will ask the president to go to each member and ask them to turn on individually, as if you were lighting them. Right. All candles lit. Right. Well, all the Lions Club members, other Lions Club members of Scotland, please rise. Fellow Lions, you have entrusted these Lions with the responsibilities of your club for the coming year, and they have pledged themselves to perform their duties to the best of their abilities. For them to succeed, and in turn for your Lions Club to succeed, these officers and directors and your club must have the fullest support of each and every one of you. Lions, I now ask you, will you faithfully assist the leaders of your club? And will you give of yourselves actively and unselfishly so that your club will prosper and so that the noble goals for which it strives will be met? Thank you. It is my pleasure to declare these Lions duly installed into the respective offices to which they have been elected. I will now ask the officers to blow out their candles. Good. Remain where you are. Then President Patricia. To you, Lion President, I hand this gavel as a token of your club's esteem and confidence in you, and as your symbol of authority. On behalf of the membership of your club, I want to show you of their readiness to follow your leadership during your term of office. And now, Lion Patricia, it is my extreme personal pleasure to congratulate you upon the honor of your club has conferred in electing you as its chief executive, and to extend my very best wishes to you and this splendid club for a more successful year under your leadership.
Thank you.
Thank you. I will now call on a senior Lion Tracy, if you would do the honors of roll of our duly installed members, board.
Installation completed. I now invite newly elected President Lion Patricia to make your speech. Lion Patricia, I come for you and I'll escort you to the podium as my new
Thank you, Line President. Line President Ian Weeks, District Governor Lion Maureen Graham, PMJF, Region Chairperson Lion Jefferson Curtin, MJF, Zone Chair Lion Avril Reed, MJF, Past Region Chair Lion Dean Weatherhead, MJF. Other distinguished Lions, my fellow Lions, guests, online viewers, a very good evening to you. Mark Twain once said, "The most important days in a man's life is the day he was born and the day he found out the reason to say something." Not just to say something, but to say something. Something to show how appreciative you are, something to assure and reassure, something to indicate to concerned people that they may expect what they may expect as a result of this outstanding happening, whatever it may be. To be elected president of the Lions Club Scotland for the Lionistic year 2021-2022 is indeed a significant event in my life. Consequently, I, like so many persons in such a situation, have the compelling urge to say something. As formidable Lions, we stand true to our motto, "We serve," and continue to carry on the work which has grown exponentially since the movement was conceptualized by our founder, Melvin Jones, who led the way in improving the lives of vulnerable persons in those communities. Tonight is somewhat bittersweet, as this Grantley Adams Memorial School Hall holds fond memories for me. This school was responsible for molding me into the individual I am today. Respect for our teachers was of paramount importance to us at that time. It was actually injected into our psyche. The late Lion Ordine Alcock stands out as one of those persons who kept me respectable and focused. We stayed in contact long after my school days came to an end. On January 28, 2017, at a zone meeting at the Accra Beach Hotel, I was inducted as a member of the Lions Club Scotland District. My 4-year sojourn as a member has given me ample opportunity to prepare and understand the dynamics and workings of this iconic international institution. The sponsor on that occasion was the late Lion Ordine, who was elated on that morning as she assisted me befitting my regalia. Those of us who knew the late Lion Ordine knew well that after that induction ceremony, I got several stern lessons from her. I thank the late Lion Ordine for introducing me to Lionism, and during my tenure as president, I will be remembering those valuable and somewhat stern lessons and be guided by the values she instilled in me as I dedicate my year of presidency in her honor. May she rest in peace. My mother, the late Marjorie Downs Paris, was a community-minded individual, and she served many persons across communities in St. Joseph. Therefore, being of service to persons is not new to me because I was exposed to serving my community from a tender age. I look forward to working diligently and enthusiastically to ensure the vision of our founder is continued. My passion for service continued over the years, and some 12 years ago, I was responsible for the formation of a community group. My presidency in this club would afford me the opportunity to live my passion. To adequately service the needs of the vulnerable persons in these communities we serve, we will conduct our walkthroughs. And during this year, my signature projects will be focused on providing service for the most vulnerable persons and focus on enhancing their lives. So hence, when we walk through the communities, we will gather information from the vulnerable persons that would assist us in being better able to serve them. We will capture the relevant information that will help us to serve them in an efficient and an effective manner. Another of my signature projects will be the training for members, because with the new norm, the use of technology would play a vital role in this environment. And in an effort at not leaving any members behind, the club will be conducting training sessions for members in a basic computer course and the use of the Zoom platform and Zoom etiquette. Where there's a need, there is a lion. And in our community outreach, we would identify and embrace a vulnerable family, providing them with assistance on a monthly basis. A deserving family in our catchment would benefit from renovations to their residence. Not only would this project improve their living conditions, but would be sure to bring smiles on the faces of this family. At the planning meeting of Team Scotland, we were guided by our theme, Reimagine, Refocus, Recommit. And some other projects endorsed by the team included Each One Bring One. This is aimed at increasing our membership. We would also be having the Carlisle Hunt Walk, which is in acknowledgement of the outstanding contribution made by the late Lion Carlisle Hunt, who participated in our annual walks. A memorial service will be held to celebrate the lives of 5 fallen lions from this club who have passed between 2019 and 2020. Another of the projects being undertaken by the club is the refurbishment and dedication of the bus shelter outside of this school, and this will be done in memory of the late Lion Keith Tate, MJF, who was one of the first students to enter this noble institution. At that time, it was called House Hill. The late Lion Keith, MJF, played an integral part in erecting and maintaining the bus shelters in St. Andrew and St. Joseph that have the Lions Club brand. Lions, these are just a few of the projects that Team Scotland would be executing this Lionistic year. Tonight, let me take this opportunity to thank the charter members, past presidents, directors, and members of Lions Club Scotland for the significant role they have played over the years. distinguished directors, and members of Lions Club Scotland. It is virtually impossible for me to take this journey all alone and effectively make a positive impact on the communities we service. Tonight, as I embark on this journey with God at my side, I implore you, the members of Team Scotland, let us walk together, hand in hand, as we reimagine, refocus, recommit to serving those communities and the persons residing in them that need us. Fellow Lions, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you.
I now invite Lion President-elect, please be seated, Lion President, Lion Patricia, to the high table.
District Lions we are. Our brothers keeper, looking out for each other, working together, helping to make things better. Reimagine, refocus, recommit ourselves to you. Just imagine, defocus, recommit ourselves to you. The Scotland District Lions, that is who we are. The Scotland District Lions, that is who we are. Ready to serve, and our motto is we serve. That's our motto. The Scotland District Lions we are.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, and that was the new Scotland District Club jingle. And yes, be a party to that, Lion President. You're like, get up and shake a leg every single night. I'm now going to do a presentation, and this presentation will be done to the St. Andrew Parish Independence Committee. And we have here present from the St. Andrew Parish Committee, Mr. Roger Hudson. I now invite Mr. Hudson. This is a check that is on behalf of the club. This check is on behalf of the Lions Club of Scotland District, and this was for the cookout that your Parish Independence Committee so ably assist us with, and therefore we want to present to you, and thank you very much for your assistance throughout this year. Thank you very much, sir. We are now under tail twisting. And tail twister.
Thank you, Lion President. The night is going so well that I would not do much tail twisting, but we must realize that we weren't face to face before. So tonight will not be usual 2 tail twists per person, or somebody might get, like the president should get 3 or 4. But this is for coming from right back. So I would start with the oldest one first. During the meeting, I put a picture on the chat, on our club chat. Can who saw it? Good. Okay. Anybody saw it? Okay, Lan Jeff, you go up here fine. You weren't paying attention. But this is Lan Veer. This picture was taken on the 25th of October during our first zone meeting at Lester Vaughan. Right. That school has a parking lot even better than the mecca of the institutions in Barbados. And there was a lot of spaces available, and Lanvier opted to park up on the sidewalk. And I think he should pay what we normally for parking illegally in Bridgetown, because there was ample parking spaces for that. You got to pay for that. Coming down, please excuse me for the little things at the end of the names, like Lane Tony Branch, Lane John, Lane Tracy, Lane Owen, and Lane Steve. Normally, anything that Scotland has, these persons are here even before some Scotland members, and we appreciate that. But we had a little party for Christmas, and it saw no one. And I felt so bad that the food was so good that I couldn't get the food digest properly by not seeing these persons among us. And for that interjection I had, those gentlemen pay a fine for my interjection. We love to see you at our events, so we miss you for that Christmas. I understand from Lion Tony that we were elsewhere. Coming forward, we have a chat, as we say, Lion Diana, MJ. On the 3rd of May, you put on the chat and to express birthday greetings to Lion Sam, and it was backed by his buddy, Lion Vern. So Lion Vern.